Let me see. Can you still can't hear Andrew? Let me see if I have to. I sent you a pin, Andrew.
Give me 1 second. I'm coming in right now.
Whoa, you're like underwater.
Hello, hello.
There you go. Sounds
Is that
different.
better?
Oh, your headset broken?
No, it's not. I'm on a different thing. I'm going to call in, so give me a second.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll go through charts once he gets back in. Let me see. Could see we had that morning sell-off, and then now we're pushing the highs. Big push up here now. Andrew, if you could hear me, it still shows your computer microphone. You have to, I don't know, disconnect that.
Can you hear me on there?
Yeah. But I think if you try and call in,
Copy
that's
that.
why it still shows your little speaker, your little microphone.
Yeah. I'm going to log off here.
Just disconnect your microphone. I don't know how you do that from your end, but or no, actually you click on, you can do telephone or mic and speakers.
Can you hear me now, though?
I can hear you. It's
Is it muffled?
no, it's not bad. It's just
Okay.
it's fine. It's just speakerphone, speaker, computer speakerphone style.
Yeah. How we looking? Go through a lot.
We'll start with the S&P daily. We seem to be pushing to those the old highs. 4 hour, it's kind of a little breakout here. All systems go on the 4 hour bands. Same on the 1 hour bands, 15-minute bands, and 5-minute. Same on NASDAQ. You could see, this morning that was in the 80 to 90 level. So had a couple trades that broke even on the open, but then we had to get long at 90, out at 95. So it's the classic kind of ebb and flow rally. If you have runners, you take them off on different levels. I think you definitely take one. Now we printed a new high here. This would be probably a good place if you had your last position on, but got a profitable trade out of that. Crude daily. I was talking about this morning. I'm going to zoom in. These bands, this other band that I have is very, it had to hold this morning, and it did. Talked about it in the pro room. You could also see on a 4 hour. We had a 4 hour buy this morning at the bottom band, so that's a pretty good spot. There's the 1 hour. A little extended here, but still seems like it could push higher. A little extended on this too. Hello?
Pretty strong move. Pretty strong move in the S&P, huh?
Yep. So, like lately, it's been pretty exhausted when it gets these highs. Like you would assume this would power through, but you can see it's running into trouble here. Crude could get to 52, it looks like. You're looking at this area here. It had to hold here. That was critical. 4 hour bottom band, that daily blue line. We'll see how it closes, right? That is at 45.
Seems like there's a pretty good correlation between crude and the S&P today, though.
There always is, right?
Some days more than others. It looks like just
Yeah.
basic overall. Looks like a pretty similar pattern.
Going through, looking at spread charts here. Seems like crude is being pushed around by the dollar, but we had a pretty decent rally in the dollar, and crude went sideways, so that's bullish. To me, it seems like a little bit of a relative strength issue lately. Let's go to S&P and the yen. S&P is getting a little ahead of itself. Crude is always getting ahead of itself, right? Seems pretty strong. It just when you look on a 5-minute, you're your higher time frames still are kicking in. Well, this is pretty flat and crude. Nice spike higher on crude.
What do we have for levels on the S&P?
Um, I didn't put them up yet, so 91. So pretty much right here for the daily levels. Let me confirm. Yeah, I think it is. I'm still getting confirmation on that. Should-
That relatively good resistance up here.
Hmm.
Overall, though, I mean,
Yeah, I agree. Nasdaq is weaker. That's for sure. Also, was a little dollar down move today, so that's gotten the currencies moving. Including the euro. Yeah, I think the entry was at 04 on the Nasdaq. That's why sometimes I think you got to offer it out there. Where's my S&P? You know, here's 92. Should get your 2 points out of it.
starting to weigh on the Nasdaq or the S&P a little bit. That
Yeah. Yes, sir. So I guess what we
How
want to
does forex,
see. What's that?
how does that
You're breaking up.
how does
It's almost like it's muting. Sorry.
how does the forex look?
The forex is the euro is down overnight, and then this is what I'm talking about, the dollar rally. So there's the euro, which has been beaten up lately, and then you could see the move up in crude and the move up in the euro. Now the pressure will be also when the dollar is going down, the euro goes up. Since this is inverted, so you look euro versus the dollar, and then this is the dollar versus the yen. So when you think about it, when you look at the way they list things, even oil is in U.S. dollars. So it's like in the forex version, or cash oil is oil / U.S. dollar. Same as the euro here. Same as you see here, gold. Up moving gold, up moving euro, up moving crude. So that's more of a dollar move, and then of course that is dragging the yen down because the dollar is selling off and the yen is actually going up. So if this said JPY USD, it would be the other way around.
Got it.
But you could see the correlation in the past with this down move. I mean, granted, we have moved down, but that typically is that's typically been a kind of tick for tick thing, but it's no longer. You can see as the S&P makes a new high right here.
Yeah, see what happens here. High of the days, the S&P just took it out.
Mm-hmm.
See if the NASDAQ starts to push. There it goes. Break to new high.
Yep, another push lower in the dollar. Oil's looking a little extended here. So this is the big test. Does oil go back down to here or here? Or can it keep just stair-stepping all day? It actually doesn't look that, when you go in the higher time frames, doesn't seem that bullish, but the 4 hour looks pretty good. But the 1 hour and the 15-minute, gotta take out that high. 52. We shall see, right?
Exactly. Go to a daily on crude again.
The rate of change is actually flattening and going down, so but you could see when it holds that blue line, that's usually good for another push.
If today holds, that's a new buy for next week.
At least the next 2 days. Yeah. 2-3 days. It's usually good for up
Okay.
to 5 days, but that would concur with the 4 hour. But we've also had this, rally. This should have rallied up and made a new high. So this type of dog leg lower, we'll see if it can break above that. 52. It's the magic number. 52. See if we can hit it. The key really is position sizing. Depending on what type of trade you want to take, and kind of what I was talking about in the call. You get into different positions, and then you kind of manage at different time frames, different types of trades if you're doing multiple different types of trades. But usually when you get things that line up, it's a pretty good low risk trade, right? That was 42.
Crew's just hanging out, working itself out over time, isn't it?
Kinda. Let's go to 1 minute. There's the days where it hits that band and just falls apart, and then there's the days where it hits it and it just hangs. A lot of times on Fridays, it's a reversal Friday. I always called it on the dollar. It's been up all week, and then today it's blew off top, and now it's reversing. Dollar down, crude up, euro up. I think for a short-term trade, 20 cents would be a decent spot. If you get a buy signal up there, down there.
Yeah.
Definitely hard to short. Wouldn't want to short in these indices until we got close to those top bands.
Seems like it wants to go higher, but it's just not, you know what I mean? Just back and forth, back and forth.
Well, the move was here, so we'll see if we can get a. Well, you could see on a pull. Here's the up move, first pullback. I'm not going to count the 1 bar as a pullback, really. Second pullback.
Yeah.
Usually it's that 1, 2, and then there'll be third. In my past experience, you'd get that third push. Let's go look at the. There's the 5-minute, right?
Yeah, still not there yet. Get close though.
For the 5-minute buy. Bar just
Yeah, I
open.
mean, I'm pretty strong there to completely engulf that candle.
It's the first 30 seconds though, the new bar.
No, I know. Still got a ways.
It's got some time. It's a good start though. That's why when you go back and look at charts, it's sometimes you see well, that's how it was at the close, but what did it look like while it was forming? So that's how you could see the internals. Like this could easily, this the first bar, rally up, 3rd minute, 4th minute, sell off, click over, that's the 5th minute bar, and that's a big bearish candle. And it can close or even break down. So that's why when Andrew talks about the back half, he's looking at the end of the last minute or two of the candle. Like if this sells off and closes here,
Yeah,
that's super bearish.
yeah,
What's that?
yeah. A lot of times they'll want you to think that it's kind of a bull trap where they kind of try to trap you into this market going higher by engulfing the previous. There's just no volume supporting it. And then by the end of the candle, it takes out that low. Like, it's got to be a little patient with it. Go to a 1 minute real quick again. Yeah. Got to keep our eye on it, see what happens. It's really got to take out where your cursor is, maybe a little bit lower.
Here?
Not a little bit lower. The previous high from earlier in the day. Right
49.
through there. Because that's what happened is it broke out above that, traded as high as 60, and then you saw your sellers up there. It's kind of a failed breakout, if you would.
It's looking better now. We're 3 minutes in. So that's why when you look at price action, you get this confluence of different time frames. So we're bouncing off this blue line on the 5-minute. It's also bouncing off the Bollinger Band on the 1-minute. That's just a natural spot for it to bounce. Now, if it's going to become a new high, the price action after the bounce is what's very important. So if you had this bounce up and it came all the way back down, the first bar, which we've seen before, it's kind of bearish. But it barely came in, and now it's just upticking. If it, like you said, it takes out those, whatever it was, 49 and then 54, that's much better price action for it to take a new high out within the next 10 minutes. Just got to be constantly with the market. So you could have systems that constantly make those adjustments automatically, and then they can update and change as the market changes. Those are the kind of tools that the big boys use. Actually, what's a pretty good model is let's see if I have it pulled up here.
That would have been a buy there. Let's see if this holds.
Oh, in the 5 minute? Yeah.
Yeah.
They want their crude oil.
You want it higher.
Probably have a the rig count's at 1 today, another decline at some point. They can't shut every rig down, right? Euro's getting beat up right now. Hit the high spot and came down. See if it drags crude down.
Yeah, a lot of sellers up there. You gonna put it up?
Jump on new edge. Well, yeah, the futures industry is definitely so you see how the euro and crude correlation does really pan out. I actually think I have mine. Wait.
He doesn't care. He said, do you mind if I show in the room? He said, no, he doesn't mind.
Oh, I thought I said no.
Yeah, you read that the wrong way.
What is he? How would I show it? I don't know.
Drag it over.
Right. Magic?
That would be good for 10 cents, but
What's that? The long?
yeah, just took out the low there.
I don't know, my computer's. No, I was just going to show. Oh, my computer's locked up.
That's why you always wait for that back half that candle to print, so you can see where if you would have gone long where we said and had a 10 cent target, you would have hit your objective, but now you've got a sell off. So the close of that last candle, the open of this candle, you'd have been short,
Right.
and you would have already hit your objective.
That is true. I don't know what's going on. If it, can you hear me?
What's that?
Oh, it seems like
I can hear
my internet was down or something. Even the T4 charts went down. It's like flickering. Can't count the dollar down for very long. No, 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 I didn't want to do that.
you. We have a buy level on crude down a little.
You're saying there's a buy level? This is this is a kind of no man's land for me. I think if you had casino chips, you could take that long.
I see how it closes, but if it closes above its midpoint and seeing how the next candle closes, it could be a finish.
Yeah, I, the way I look at it, you've had your high probability trades, as we've talked about, and then you've got your lesser probability trades. So there we go. since we've got a little lull. This is the this is how an Excel version. This was the original version of one of my trading models. So you could see how it pulls the data from Excel, and then this was the buy and sell levels. It's funny seeing some of these levels and see where it's been. This was since 05. See, the euro is at 130. But this had a daily and weekly buy and sell number and stuff like that. So this is constantly updating, although these were basically daily trades, but then it had the intraday. So you think of this was 05. This was just me on my own. You imagine what a Goldman Sachs or a Virtue, which is a company that's trying to go public, with their model. And then I'll show you real quick. Where's my? I'll show you what a bank trading model looks like. Might take a little bit, but
My trading model is a ladder. That's all I have. Show me a ladder.
oh, I was gonna make a funny. I was gonna show Andrew's trading model. God, this is taking forever. Let's look at this on the. I see long at 24. I'm not sure if it'll go to 10. What is it? 691. Did it come up? It's taking forever. Yeah, this is yours. That's your trading model, Andrew? Scribbles?
Right?
Scribbles and crayon?
That.
I don't know why it's coming in so slow, but so this is Larryville. He has it all calculated out. It's constantly moving. There's even shorter time frames, so you can see on a 30-minute, 60-minute, etc. So that's kind of the lowdown on all the different things that you could follow. These are bonds. ZN is bonds. TF is the Russell. Crude, Dow, etc. So right now it's buying dips only, and S&P. and then his different levels. I guess the overvalued range just clicked up a little. So 92, 93. So it gets complicated, but it really isn't. It's just using the power of a computer to a lot of tools that you can use in order to keep you disciplined. Wow, I didn't even notice that. That was at 15. The No Man's Land blue arrow.
Ended up working out a little
It
bit.
ended up working out. Yep. Well, typically what I find is you'll have a buy, it works out, and then the further longer in it, this one, you're basically your stop is the low. So you either, I don't know how many, 52 to 70, take your 12 or not. Then you get obviously the ones under. When you think of position sizing, you'd buy two, you'd buy one on this signal, you'd buy 3 or 4 on this signal. Up here, you'd buy one. It's just a confidence level on different levels and signals.
You know, 5-minute turn by here.
Oh, you want to see your 5-minute chart again?
Yeah, it matches up with your little bands.
Well, yeah, you'd see like down here, that's your buy would be there. That was the trade we were trying to take the other day. It just did that one last wiggle down, printed a low, and then ramped. That's why there's a fine line when it comes to trading. Oops, that's S&P. If you've got a good solid system, it's, I guess, easier to stick with it than you're just flailing at the air. If you're just doing one system one day and another system another day and changing your size all the time and trying new stuff and different stuff, it's not a it's not free lunch. It's not a game. You can guarantee when you start trying to do extra new different things that you get blown out of the water pretty quickly. So when you look at a different level or area, bought here, spiked up, came back, break even. This was just a tear. I was trying to get by on this dip, but I feel like 3 points higher than I wanted to. But it was very quick. I saw it. I was staring at the ladder. It moved 5 in one print. It was like psh, in these big wicks. I figured 3 days in a row it wasn't going to do the super ramp. That's why I went to break even, which it spiked up, went break even, got break even, not, and then it fell apart. Same thing here. 96. Almost went 5. But you stick with it and you get the next trade. But you could see how the first impulse moves the biggest and fastest. Less and less and less rally and less rally. So now this is Larry was saying, acceptance of price. If we can base here, that can push for the move later on higher. Go to our higher time frames. But if it's a big raging bullish market, you would usually on a new high like that, you'd want to see kind of push like that. Not that that may not come later on this afternoon. So it is a Friday afternoon. Nobody's around, low liquidity. It doesn't take many contracts. I mean, you look right now, there's 6 contracts holding us from a day high. See if you really can't see the because the distribution is so thin in the market profile, but you can almost say from 85 to 95, 10 points is the tail if you think of a bell curve on its side. And then you've got the majority of the volume in here. And then we've got the start of a tail from, I would probably say, from right here. So should go to 11 to make the full distribution for the day. I'm just going from 01 plus 10. So it wouldn't shock me. Hits there. Now, do you randomly buy it here and hope it hits there, or do you wait for a pullback? I think you got to wait for a pullback. But there's decent contract sizes here.
What order is that up there? Are you just looking to see if you can get filled, offer it out?
No, I'm just saying the projection would be that, but I think if it hit that, that'd probably be a good quick short. If it were to get hit. My other charts, and the top band is off the chart. Let's see the 30-minute, same thing. Even the top band here is 44.10. The first red band. I mean, it almost feels like it could trade 46s. I don't think I could do that today, but Monday or Tuesday. Because some of the economic numbers that came in this week were pretty bad. Like some of the industrial production and other numbers were actually, it's the third month or whatever, so it was contraction. So that means more printing, more QE, so market higher. Five-minute keep on trucking. One minute. Cancel it. Maybe it'll break out, hit that 11 right now, right?
Getting up there. It's getting close. Getting close to your number.
Yeah, let's see the daily close. It's been pretty good lately. Got 94. Right here. That's interesting. We'll see if we get some more trades today, but we will catch you on the wrap-up call. Or you're not going to be around, right, Andrew?
Yeah?
Are you going to be on the wrap-up call or no?
No, I'm going to be traveling.
Right.
Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. Have a good one. Thanks a lot.